Let's go, yeah?
Hey guys, I know this is a different type of video, but I really wanted to cover this topic. I wanted to discuss this because nobody else has yet. This video is about the mysterious Hell's Kitchen contestant JR from Season 3. Let's dive on in. So you may be wondering, who is this guy? We'll be talking about this mystery today. First, a brief rundown. Season 3 of Hell's Kitchen aired in 2007, featuring 12 contestants for a prize of becoming head chef at the Green Valley Ranch Resort and Spa in Henderson, Nevada, near Las Vegas, with a salary of $250,000. While we had 12 contestants in the final cut, we were originally supposed to have 13. This 13th contestant was a man referred to as JR. We never learned his real name, so this is all we have for information about his name. And we only see his face a handful of times in the actual first episode of the season. That may seem like a lot, but compared to how much of a mystery he is, it's not a lot. The first instance when we see him is when Gordon is looking at all the portraits. We can see his portrait between Bonnie's and Joanna's portraits. When the chefs walk into the building for the first time, we can just barely see him in the background. When you're watching the episode normally on YouTube, you can't see to the right of Joss's face in Vinny's signature dish scene due to the fact that this is the 4:3 version. However, when watching the 16:9 version, you can see a man to the right of Josh. In case you didn't figure it out, this man is JR. When Eddie starts to walk up for his dish, we briefly see his face again. Look in the right top hand corner. When Melissa walks back from her dish, we can see his face for about a frame. When Julia walks down, we see him again. We also see him when Julia is up for her dish. Again, look in the right top hand corner. He can also be seen behind her. Now I'm briefly going to point out each time I spotted him in this episode where we can't see his face. When the chefs are cooking their signature dishes, we get a glimpse of him. Right before when Melissa is reaching for the spoons, we see his torso and arm. He appears to be carrying something. He appears with a brown shirt, so look for him with the brown shirt in the background. Oh, as a quick side note, when the camera is presenting the dish bowls on the table, you may be able to notice that there are 13 dishes, not 12. We don't know which bowl had JR's signature dish underneath, and we don't even know what his signature dish was. Let's move on to a little bit later. It's also worth knowing we see him behind Melissa 3 times. When Rock is walking up to present his signature dish, we see JR's torso in the background. When Eddie looks up to see Rock's dish, we barely see his arm to the right. When Bonnie walks up for her signature dish and walks back, we see him again. When we get a camera view of Gordon from the kitchen, we can see JR's head and shoulder to the left. And when Brad gets ready to come down for his dish, we see JR's shoulder. As Jen nearly faints, we see him off to the left. As the narrator states that very few chefs have impressed Chef Ramsay, we can see him scratching his ear. Okay. Okay, I got my composure back. In another headshot from behind Chef Ramsay, well, not directly, we can see JR again with the other contestants. It's also worth noting that there is a random gap between Rock and Josh at multiple points in this episode. And also, we don't see JR again in the first episode. It's like he vanished. But when Joanna's portrait is burned in episode 3 and the jacket is hung on the hook, we see JR's jacket on the hook. And we see his charred portrait. The show did its best to censor him, but there were times where it couldn't. So what happened? Why did the show try so hard to make him look non-existent and censor him? He was disqualified from the competition, to put it bluntly. There are 2 reasons why. One confirmed, one unconfirmed. The first reason, which is confirmed, is that he was making salacious rumors about the show. He also made a rumor about Joanna having a relationship with her former boss and spoiled his NDA. Joanna later said that the producers found out and they kicked him off the show. The second reason, which is just alleged, is that he leaked information about the show online. This was another reason he was cut from the show. However, this is unconfirmed. What website or websites he would have leaked information on is a mystery. The posts or posts he made have most likely been deleted since then. And if they weren't deleted for some reason, we'd probably never find them because they've become so obscure. Other than this, all we know is that he was disqualified sometime during the Signature Dish Challenge because we never see him again after the Signature Dish segment. To this day, we don't know his identity or anything else about him. We don't know what his age was at the time, what his occupation was, and never heard his voice. We know very little about him. All we know is that he was a white male contestant that was supposed to appear on the show. Why he did what he did that got him kicked off the show is also unknown. It's strange that someone can get an opportunity like being on Hell's Kitchen and just throw it away because they wanted to do something so stupid. However, I wanted to keep digging, so I went on to Instagram and commented on posts of 3 former contestants a while back. The contestants I reached out to were Brad Miller, Brock Harper, and Joanna Dunn. Brad was the first one to respond, but unfortunately he said he doesn't know who JR is. Brock was the second one to respond, and he asked Gordon if he knew a JR, but never got a response, and Rock was unable to provide any further information. Unfortunately, Joanna never replied at all. It seems as if right now we're at a dead end. So where does that currently leave us at? Well, it's clear this JR dude does in fact exist, and isn't some made up story that somebody came up with for attention. Hopefully we'll get more confirmed information, footage is leaked or released, or accounts about him from the other contestants that might know about it. All we have for information is his name, JR, and his physical appearance. He's a white male, has brown hair, brown shirt, white undershirt, and gray pants. It seems like he could also have mascara around his eyes, but that could just be the lighting. He also appears to be between 5'10" and 6'2". But until we get more information, this case will remain unsolved. I'm talking like I'm on BuzzFeed, unsolved. Anyways. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. If you did make it to this point in the video, please like and subscribe. I know this isn't the greatest video ever, but it's my first time making a video like this, so you know, you know how that goes. If you want to see all these JR moments, just go to Dailymotion and find the episode. Thank you for watching. Now I'm going to go steal all of your Oreo cookies if you haven't subscribed.